Yo, what's up? It's your boy Currency 365. Hope you guys are doing well. Legends never die, they stay in our hearts. If you want to support us, click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and also you can come down here and hit the join button under the video or in our channel section. And you can also join our Patreon, patreon.com/currency365. And we also have Cash App and also PayPal for supports if you want to sow some seeds. Peace out. God bless. Enjoy the video and keep the movement going. Legends. Bye. All right. Welcome back to Currency 365. Hope you guys are doing well. All right, let's talk about Shiba Inu again. I talked about it yesterday. I told you how Shiba Inu can go up 1,000+% over over this week and into next week and into the end of April, early May. Right? It's very simple. Right? If you guys missed the video, it's very simple. They just activate the burn tax and or the what is it? The auto burns and then also fork the gas fees back up and make the gas fees a basically a calculation of BNB, Solana, AVAX, Matic gas fees. Just get a calculation of all of them and just divide it and that's your gas fees, right? So just bring the gas fees up to a point where they can actually make significant money to be able to burn that 25,000 bone tokens, swap it for SHIB and burn the SHIB tokens, excuse me, and the burn tax, right, in the auto burn. So those are two things that they can do very quickly to get Shiba Inu up 1,000% plus here. Everybody will be excited again. The communities will be excited. Everybody will be rushing to buy Shiba Inu. And we should already be doing that. We should already be experiencing that right now because that's what they promised us last year, right? And yet we're in April and that still has not happened. And they're talking about all this other stuff, but not giving us the stuff that actually helps the token to go up, right? And so here's one of them here to do saddle up SHIB Army. Nobody cares about the Bitcoin calm for Dubai. Like Dubai just got hit with a massive historic flood and $300 billion in damages throughout the city, and so did other places in UAE. And many people are out without power. They're not. This is ridiculous, right? So, bad timing for this. I don't even know this event's still going down. Like that place might have got flooded out and destroyed too. Like we don't even know. Interesting timing that happened right when they're about to do that, and so that's interesting. And here is they said how to bridge Bone from Ethereum mainnet to Shibarium, a quick and simple guide. All right, so you guys can see here. And if they're finally, this was January 30th, but they gave us a little simple guide on how to do one thing. I wish they were giving us guides on how to do everything on Shibarium because many of you guys don't even know how to use Shibarium, right? So, and they refuse to do that, right? So, and if they are doing it, it's like people that you don't even follow or don't know that's doing it, right? The SHIB actual Instagram, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter are not posting those videos, right? And so people don't know how to use Shibarium, so they don't use it at all, right? And I haven't used Shibarium. I don't even know what to do on Shibarium except for stake my bone tokens, and I can't even unstake my bone token because every time I try to, there's an error on finding the gas fees. So I'm just keeping them in there until until Bone peaks out in the bull cycle, I guess, and then I'll unstake and enjoy or $1 million. I guess I'll have $1 million in there. I guess if Bone hits $200, right? If Bone get up to about $200, and I've been staking since between all the way until from last year all the way until 20 the peak of 2025, 2026 bull cycle. There should be no reason why there's no $100 million in there, right? So, even if it says we can't, and if it's 2026 and I'm unstaking my bone and it still says we can't find the ETH gas fees, you're gonna have to pay $70,000. I'm like, okay, well, I'll pay $70,000. I guess I have to pay $70,000 to get $1.3 million. I guess I'll do that, but I'm not paying 70. I'm not paying $7,000 to get the money out right now. It doesn't make sense at all. Okay. And interesting enough that that doesn't happen for your rewards. You can actually unstake your. You can actually claim your rewards, and it finds the gas fees for that. But when it comes to actually unstaking, it says error. We can't find the gas fees for you unstaking your bone tokens, but we found the gas fees for you claiming your tiny rewards. So that tells me that it's not my computer, it's not my connection, it's them. You know what I mean? Like they literally are doing that to stop people from undelegating, in my opinion. So I really truly believe it's them that's doing that because if why it would have said the same thing for my rewards then, right? Why can they find gas feeds for my reward, but they can't find gas feeds for my unstaking my bone tokens? They can. They literally just put that in the code to stop people from unstaking it, in my opinion. Okay. But I could be wrong. You know, it might just be me. Other people might be able to unstake, and that's okay. So I don't know, but I'm having that problem. And I've still been having that problem for 3 months now, over 3 months now, and it's still not fixed. Uh, so I guess I'm just gonna stake until the peak of the bull cycle, and then cash out then. Well. All right. It says I'm not even saying woof woof. That's just ridiculous. Good morning, Shib Army. Who's ready for some juicy Shibarium updates? Follow Shibarium Net for all the exciting news dropping today. All right, so let's check out it. Let's go to Shibarium network here. Am I following? Yeah, I am following Shibarium Network, the official account for Shibarium. Which let's be honest, guys, Shibarium has been a failure so far, and that's because they've done it this way. They have decided to make Shibarium a failure at the beginning. I don't know. Well, we know why. So they can try to get people out of the tokens, right? Get people out of the Shibarium tokens, get people out of Shiba Inu, reduce the people in it, but it hasn't worked. It's not working. I mean, I mean, it's working for the other tokens, but it ain't working for SHIB. There ain't nobody leaving Shiba Inu. We're not dumb. Right? You know what I mean? We can see that it's planned. People left Bad Idea AI and all these other tokens and Sheena and stuff, but they're not leaving Shiba Inu. They're not stupid, right? And so, so their plans haven't worked on Shiba Inu. It's worked on the other tokens like Bone and stuff. Everybody's dumped that crap, right? Most people have, right? But they haven't dumped Shiba Inu. So, all right. So their plans didn't work for SHIB. They're trying to stagnate it and not let it go to its true potential. But it's just not gonna work. It's just not gonna work. We're not leaving. It doesn't matter how frustrated we are. We know that the value of Shiba Inu right now should be $200 billion market cap, and we know that Shiba Inu can get to a $1 to $2 trillion market cap. We believe that with all our heart. That's why we're still here, right? Um, and okay, so it says, attention, SHIB Army, we're moving. Moving where? Shibarium has a new home. Shibarium.shib.io. Okay. So that's a new website. You don't have to do nothing. So don't worry. It will automatically redirect you if you visit the old website. Shibarium Upgrades. All right. So they're upgrading, and let's actually check it out. So let's check out Shibarium.shib.io. Let's see what okay, it looks the same. They just changed the name. So I don't know what's going on. All right. So you can stake your bone tokens. I've already done that. And there's 12 validators. There's only 22 million bone stake. This is crazy. It's only 22 million bone stake. Now there is like 50 million staked on Shiba Swap, right? So there's less than 100 million bone stake. That's crazy. You would have thought that the SHIB army would be like, you know what? If we all just stake our bone prices go to $200 right now, and then we just dump it for Shiba Inu. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and then SHIB pumps, and then SHIB pumps like crazy. You would have thought, I mean, that's what I told the SHIB army to do last year. I said, everybody stake your bone tokens. So bone goes to $100, and then you unstake, and then you can unstake. It only takes like 3 days to unstake or something like that, 3 to 5 days. Then you unstake your bone tokens at $200-300 when bone's going completely ballistic to the top, and then you swap them for Shiba Inu, and then Shiba Inu freaking goes up 10,000% because everybody's swapping it for bone. That's so simple. Everybody could have done that. We could have done that last year. I said let's do that, and the Shib Army didn't do it, right? And so now they're still complaining about why Bone down to $1, and because you're not supporting Bone, you're not staking. All you don't have to even support it. All you gotta do is buy it and stake it, and take it out of circulation, and it's gonna absolutely explode, right? So that was something easy that we could have done last year as a Shib Army and created a massive wealth transfer for ourselves, and nobody wanted to do it. I mean, it was really simple. Everybody in the Shib Army go buy Bone, stake it on Shibarium, and watch Bone go to what, $200, $300, unstake, swap it for Shib, right? And then Shib goes completely nuts, right? And then there's your wealth transfer. It was that easy, and people said no. So okay, so now we're stuck in this. I mean, have you noticed that every time I say something like this, and it's so easy to do, everybody says no, and we're all then 6 months to a year later, we're all stuck in the same position. Look at the Sheena Inu community, same thing. Like people, everyone vote Inu community, same thing, right? Say no to the easy ideas, say yes to the hard ideas, and then complain about being stuck and not things not moving their way and going their way. I'm still waiting on one community to say yes to Currency 365. Everybody that says no has suffered. Y'all notice that? Y'all seen it with your own eyes. So I'm waiting. I'm still waiting on one community to say yes to Currency 365's ideas. Not one community has said yes, and they're all struggling. Luna Classic community struggling, right? Talking about what's going on, and we're going to survive. Luna 2.0 struggling, right? No one even wants to buy that one, right? Then you have Shiba Inu community. You have a Volt Inu community, all these Sheena community, like, all these communities that have not done any of my ideas and stuff are all suffering. I wonder why, right? So it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Everybody wants to give up and throw in the towel. It's like, dog, just do my idea. No, we don't want to do Country 365 idea because then he's gonna be right, and we can't we the cabal has told us not to make him look right. We can't even mention his name because the elites told us not to, and so this is why we can't do his ideas, and we have to suffer. That's really what really people are like. This is what goes through people's minds. Like it's crazy. You should see some of these influencers when they have to when somebody says my name, they have to literally think about it. Like, I was told not to say, I can't say anything about currency. I was told to leave them alone, not to mention it, or I will be punished by the elites. And so they go, oh yeah, I know about him. Yeah, he cool. All right, yeah, well, let's move on. All right. Have y'all noticed that? Look at all the influencers when somebody says, "Hey, what about currency? Hey, have you reached out to currency? Hey, currency?" They always hesitate. I've watched some of those videos. They're like, "Yeah, he cool," and then they keep it moving. It's like really short answers. It's like they know that they're puppets, and so that they will be punished if they mention currency's name and support currency 365. Have you noticed that no influencers support currency 365, and yet I'm literally one of the most accurate persons on this on cryptocurrencies and what to do on cryptocurrencies and how to read the charts and everything. Well, they won't mention my name, right? Because they can't, because they've been told not to. It's ridiculous, right? These people are puppets, man. It's crazy. And so it's the same thing happening with Shiba Inu and all these other people here. It's awful, man. It's awful that the community has suffered the way that the community has suffered, and there was no need for the suffering, right? The community has suffered because they refuse to do things the easy way, and they always agree to do things the hard way, right? And the same thing with the Lung community, the Sheena community, and Shiba community, and everybody else. People are suffering for no reason at all. They're suffering because they have chosen to suffer, right? So you're delaying your own wealth transfer because you don't want to do anything that's simple. Burn USTC and you're rich. We don't want to do that. Um, come together and stake Bone, and so Bone can skyrocket to $300, $200-300, and swap it out for Shib, and then let Shib go up 10,000, 30, 100,000 X. We don't want to do that. You know, come off of the validators that are just dumping the tokens on Lunk, and go to the validators that are actually burning Lunk and USDC. We don't want to do that. Vote Inu, same thing. Let's burn. Let's do this. Let's create some stuff that has burn mechanisms and all these things that I was creating and stuff, and said, let's get these things done. Don't want to do that, right? And then here, then you realize Pablo and these guys are dumping on Vote, the whole Vote community, the whole time, while they were propping it up and making people think that they were legends, right? And icons. This is what we have to deal. This is what we deal with when we deal with stupidity. This is what we have to deal with, you know, and it's mind blowing, it's mind blowing. Oh, and then of course the Sheena community, you know, how many lies have they told? You know what I mean? Godly, like, hey, we're gonna pump this. Everybody's doing a chart. We're gonna pump this time, and this one will be different, and we got this coming out and that coming out. It's like, and then they knew nothing was coming out. They knew nothing was coming, yet they were still pumping and saying this thing, and then they were dumping. Every time it pump a little bit, they would dump, right? And it's like, nothing would come out. Everything would delay, and yet they kept pumping and dumping it, pumping and dumping it, pumping and now the community is sick and tired of it, and a lot of people left, right? So this is what we're dealt with. This is what and then of course Bad Idea AI. They didn't do nothing wrong. The WEF comes in there and tells the ship dev team to dump it, and so they have to. So they're following their puppet masters, right? And so they dump Bad Idea AI, which was a great project, which was looking really good, and they just dump it. They don't let it go to $1 billion market cap. And Mr. Lightspeed and them, have holding the bag and stuff. And this guy's a great developer. He's a great mind, and they had a great community. And they dumped on these guys. They literally dumped on everybody on Bad Idea. Left them holding the bag as a partner. That's why I said it was the worst decision, a Bad Idea, to be a partner with Shib, because they're controlled by the WF. And Bad Idea AI didn't know that. I don't think Bad Idea knew that Shib was that controlled by the WF. Right? Or they would have never partnered with them. I mean, this has been it's just been, I mean, this is crazy. Like these guys should already be at a 4, 5, 6 billion dollar market. Can you think about Bad Idea and the technology that these guys have, and Mr. Lightfoot, and then you have a token called eight with a hat or something like that. There's like a 3, 4 billion dollar market cap, and a technology like Bad Idea AI is at a $15 million market. Make that. Try to explain that to yourself. I mean, it doesn't make any sense, but it does make sense that the WEF told the Shib Army, I mean the Shib Dev team, to dump their tokens on Bad Idea AI and stop it from going up. That makes sense, right? So that's why we're stuck here at a $15 million market cap, holding the bag on Bad Idea AI, and when it should be at a $3 billion market cap by now. I mean, look at this. Look at this token down here, right? Let's go to it right now. Explain this. Explain why First Digital USD is at a $3 billion market cap, but Bad Idea AI isn't. You know what I mean? Explain that. You know what I mean? I mean, these tokens we don't even know about. Bitten Soar, TAO, $3 billion. I've never heard of this token ever, right? Render's at a $3 billion market cap. Ace Bar's at 2 billion, 2.9. Arbitron is at 3 billion. Are you telling me that people know these tokens more than they know Bad Idea AI, which is partnered with Shiba Inu, the number one meme coin in the world? Hey, this doesn't make any sense. Dog with hat is more valuable than a partner with Shiba Inu with AI at a $2.5 billion market cap, and we're at Bad Idea sitting at a $15 million market cap. That's what I'm talking about. Like, if we didn't have, if Bad Idea AI never had that Shibini partnership, it would have already been at a $3 billion market cap. In my opinion, they told the ship that they told the ship dev team to dump that token and stop it from running up because it was making people too rich, unfortunately. So and it's never, it hasn't been able to recover. Even with the booming of AI, right, and all the technology and all the bot stuff that Mr. Lightspeed has done, and the Twitter Spaces, everything, they couldn't even move the token. At some point, of course, it's gonna go because ship's gonna explode back to the upside, and Bad Idea and everything else is gonna explode with it. Sheena's gonna explode, and Bad Idea and all these Shibarium tokens are gonna explode when Shiba Inu explodes, all right. Um, so that's the only caveat. I mean, that's the only good thing that we could see coming is that if Shiba Inu goes up 1,000 to 2,000%, then Bad Idea and Sheena and all these other tokens are gonna do, or at least something. You know what I mean? But it's just definitely clear manipulation, corruption, and because if you look at all these other tokens, it's like there's no way that people know more about those tokens than they do a token that's partnered with Shiba Inu. There's just no way. But apparently, those tokens aren't, those other communities are not corrupt, right? They're not controlled, and that's the difference. And we got to realize that those other communities are not controlled, and that's the only difference, And so it is what it is. All right, so unfortunately, we're in a token that is extremely controlled by the WEF and the cabal. So we have to just we gotta wait. We gotta wait. We gotta wait. We gotta wait. And hopefully that wait's over here soon, and things start to go parabolic to the upside as we predict in the next 2 to 3 weeks, and hopefully a lot of you guys are able to get out and cash out and move on to things that are non-controlled. You know what I mean? All right. We'll end it there. Is there another token that I think I'm missing one? Let me see. Sheila. Did we just check Sheila? Bad idea, but we're missing Bone. That's what we're missing. Let's check Bone out. Bone up 5%, back to 61 cents. This thing should be at $600. I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. This thing should be at $600. Like it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. This thing should be at 600. This thing at 61 cents. It should be at $600. That's ridiculous, man. Anyways, if it just gets to $60, or actually at $6, which is a 10x from here, it's only a 1.4 billion on market. 1.4 billion. That's it. It has, dog with hat is at a 2.5 billion on market. What is that? You know, like it's crazy, man. But this is cryptos, and we got to realize that this is crazy. Like, you know, invest in things that are not controlled. That's what I'm going to say. Invest in things going forward. Invest in projects that are not controlled, because we have to suffer when you have when things are controlled like this. You have to you suffer for a while before you get the big breakouts. All right, so Bitcoin having 1 day and 6 hours to go. All the influencers will be live tomorrow night. It's going to be awesome. I'll be checking in on some of them as Bitcoin gets ready for its halving, meaning that the miners are only going to be getting half the rewards that they're getting right now. So the miners let's say a miner makes $20,000 a day, right? Well, tomorrow night, the miner is only going to make $1,000 a day, or $10,000 a day, excuse me. So they're going to go from $20,000 a day to $10,000 a day, because Bitcoin rewards are going to be cut in half. So that means they can't dump $20,000 a day on us, right? So they can only dump 10,000. That's massive, right? That is really good for Bitcoin, and the bulls will get more control over the token pricing, right? So how to fix that is the miners are going to push Bitcoin up, right? So that they can get 20,000 again, right? Make $20,000 a day. So if a miner's making $20,000 a day right now, they're going to be incentivized to push Bitcoin up to 100,000 plus, so that they can start making $20,000 again, right? So it's that simple. Okay. So peace out. God bless. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.